right, Bears. Bears. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody hating on Nick Foles because he got injured. People are
stop it.
Dumb to me, man.
I don't understand.
He got the dude. First of I'm gonna get the question out. First of all, the dude got injured. And he was out for what a month or two or whatever. He got injured while throwing a touchdown pass. He threw a touchdown pass by getting injured after that. Like, if that ain't confidence or completing your job, what do you want me to do?
What else do you want from me?
And then he didn't win the game because he came back and all that other stuff. He was rusty.
Yeah.
Like, if you didn't pick up who we was talking about, we talking about Nick Foles right now. So Nick Foles, he was traded to the Bears, and I ain't gonna lie, I ain't mad at the deal, or whatever. But what's your take on he got traded to the Bears? You know what that mean for Trubisky and everything. So you think he's gonna be a good asset? All those. What you think about it?
I think it was a great pickup. I definitely like the deal structure. They only gave him a year of contract. To kind of see what he's worth value-wise. I think they should have did that with a lot of quarterbacks that they signed before to kind of see how things that worked out. Sign you for a year. Let's see what you can do to see what you do in this time frame. Right. Same way they just got rid of a lot of players on their team. They got rid of Prince Akamura. They signed him for a year. Clinton Dixon. They signed him for a year. They're giving players, they say, look, we're not signing you long-term contract because we made mistakes like that in the past. Right. And I think they're learning somewhat from those aspects. Nick Foles, I think he's going to be a great addition. What I think is going to happen with Trubisky, I don't know. It's so many.
What do you want to happen?
There's so many questions on the table. I don't see the Bears letting him go. Be honest with you. I could see maybe Nick Foles at Chicago. They want to see Nick Foles start, but I don't think that's ultimately going to happen. I think he's going to be back up. Trubisky, maybe 1 or 2 games, and kind of see what Trubisky does. And then say, you know what? Let's pull you out. Now let's put Nick Foles in. They prone to make bad decisions. So I can see the Bears. I'm prone to make a bad decision, and I can see that possibly happen. You got rid of Leonard Floyd. Okay, he I guess he wasn't doing what you guys wanted him to do. Fine, but he has speed. Right. But you signed Robert Quinn. Robert Quinn is not fast on the edge. Robert Quinn has power on the edge. So if that's your go-to to replace that, I have a problem with that. Right. Because when you got them quarterbacks that's mobile, that moves outside the pocket, and you got a defensive end that can't keep up, what do you think is going to happen? Right. It's a defense breakdown all the time. Right. Now, safety. They just signed Deion Bush to another year of contract. They just signed somebody from the Steelers organization. I can't think of his name right now. But I like some of the pieces that they're doing, but it's the problem that they need to work on is certain players that they need to focus on getting better.
Well, that's why the Bears are so dumb. And let me break this down. Why? Because what you just said, they let go of some defensive players, because they was on 1-year deals or whatever, or they traded some people away or whatever based off of their performance. Yeah. Now remember, the defense was on the field more than the damn offense last year.
It was.
Why? Because Trubisky can't get the ball down the damn field. Yep. And last time I checked, the more you work, the sooner you're going to get tired. Yeah. To the point where you're going to give up plays. Yep. You're going to give up runs. You're going to give up down the field touchdown passes. That's what happened.
You burnt out.
They were ranked almost top 5 beginning of the year. Then they went all the way down to being ranked to the 20s. Yep. Why? Because they was on the field too damn much because your damn quarterback can't get the job done.
Yeah. I agree with that.
So that's idiotic how the Bears just going to release all these defensive players because of the performance, not realizing they were doing so much work because the offense not staying on the field. Yep. So right there, that's idiotic. Now they let all these guys go to bring these other guys in, and you still got question mark with your quarterback. Yep. So you bring in Nick Foles. Okay, so he's been known as, the backup guy, whatever. He comes in, he do his job, he do what he got to do and all the other stuff. It ain't going to help because the Bears are a veteran team. Yep. I've been saying that for the last couple of years. I mean, even when they lost because of the double doink field goal, and they lost to Philadelphia, who went on to win the Super Bowl, by the way. Yeah. They lost to them. But that whole season, the plays were dynamic. It wasn't it wasn't your usual plays.
It was different.
It was different. It wasn't, conventional play running and stuff like that. Trubisky was getting out the pocket. He was throwing the ball. He was this and that. It was short passes. The defense that wasn't on the field too long, so they had more time. They beat Green Bay in a couple of games because of their defense, because they wasn't on the field all the damn time, so they wasn't tired. So you got all that going for the first year. Then the second year, Trubisky took a huge step down. And the defense playing more, Trubisky playing less, to the point where you got Matt Nagy on the sideline talking to him like, I don't know what the hell wrong with you.
Do you think it was the play calling?
It got something to do with both. It could have been a play calling.
I think a lot of it had to do with the play calling.
Yeah, they gave up on they traded or they let Howard go, who was they starting running back, and then they kept Cohen. They kept him. He's not a north and south runner. He's an east and west running sideways. So he wasn't dominant. They should have kept Howard because at least he can push the ball, forward and not backwards.
You don't think Montgomery can do that?
He doesn't have as much power as Howard had. Now, if they make him the starter and not Cohen, you might be able to do something. But it goes to play calling. Yeah, it got something to do with play calling. It goes to your quarterback too, because the defensive players know that this guy can't throw the ball. He's timid or whatever.
They're gonna play you a certain way.
They're gonna play you a certain way to the point where they want you. They're gonna play you for the run, not for the pass, because your pass gonna be overthrown or out of bounds and all this other stuff. So that's why the Bears in the beginning of the season they was all right, but then they started to, other teams started to pick up on them like, hey, all we gotta do is just play the run, because this guy can't throw the ball. So if you still got that main question mark and you get rid of all your defensive players because of what happened last year, but it was really your freaking offense that was making the defense tired, we're going to be back to square one again this year.
Yep. Do you feel good about that Danny Trevathan contract?
He was doing the defensive team? Or the defensive side?
Linebacker Danny Trevathan. Signed for another 3 years contract.
I mean, I'm fine with it, but at the same time, it ain't gonna be worth the damn thing if they keep being on the field longer than the offense.
We'll see.
We'll see. Come on, Matt Nagy. What the hell you doing?